Hey, I'm going to show you how an investment banker from Goldman Sachs uses years of sales experience in 36 seconds to convince people and give them hope.
Covering clients is a learned skill. It is not an innate skill. And I remember when I was in your shoes, I was worried when I started at Goldman Sachs that when I looked at the people who are really good at covering clients and really good at bringing in clients, the so-called rainmakers, I was worried that maybe they were just born that way. Maybe they were just natural-born salesmen and saleswomen. And what I found was that wasn't the case. I have found over the years, and early on actually, that these are skills that you can learn.
In the first 5 seconds, he immediately addresses what concerns the listeners might have. He says covering clients is a learned skill. It is not an innate skill. People are not born with it.
Covering clients is a learned skill. It is not an innate skill.
Because when people are listening to this type of talk, they are thinking, if I'm an introvert, if I cannot sell, I won't be able to be good at this job. So he immediately addresses that right up front to grab people's attention. He then immediately shows how you can relate to where the listener is.
And I remember when I was in your shoes,
what he's doing, he's using a sales technique called feel, felt, found.
And I remember when I was in your shoes,
I understand how you feel.
I was worried.
I've also felt this.
And what I found
is this. But the wording is a little bit different. He says, when I was in your shoes, this is what I thought. Then I realized that they learnt these type of behavior and skills. And then he goes on to say that these skills are the skills that you can learn early on. Now, what does he say early on?
I have found over the years, and early on actually,
he's trying to relate to the listener because these people that are in front of him are early on in their careers, meaning that you have not missed the train, so to speak. At this very point of your career, you can learn the skills to be like the rainmakers. There are other skills that he uses that are not verbalized. He speaks up and he speaks out. If you paid attention, he did not say He instead replaced the word with silence.
And what?
Quite a few times he felt like he wanted to say but he didn't. He paused. He said and, pause, and then he went on. He used the name Goldman Sachs to build credibility and establish himself as an expert.
When I started at Goldman Sachs,
the way he's dressed is appropriate to his stature and to what he is going to explain to the people in front of him. And what I want you to really pay attention to is that it doesn't feel like he's trying to sell you something. He's telling you a story and he's taking you on a journey.